Above all, I want to warn people. I want people to read this book and understand the reality of China from the standpoint of someone who's gone through some of the worst China can dish out. I want people to look beyond the encouraging words of Wall Street capitalists who tout this great society that's making so much money, and even one super prominent capitalist announcing that he wished just a week ago that some of the Chinese communist system would be imported here. I mean, this is a staggering thing for someone, a leading capitalist, to say. Because this is a country built not on laws, it's built on fiat, and capricious fiat. Fiat that can come from nowhere. Orders from the party, basically, is what I'm talking about. That's what runs the country. And I want people to understand that there's a real risk of going there. There's a tremendous risk that you don't necessarily get out if you want to, but above all, that you're going to be involved in a society which is a tremendously lethal adversary to the United States. We should not be helping the society, as it has turned out in the last 8-9 years. We should not be involved in building that society, in profiting off that society. We should be closing it off as much as we can. I want people to know what they're doing if they go to China, if they buy Chinese goods. And you know, when I say China, I mean communist China, always. I want to make it clear that I truly love China, but I love the China represented by Taiwan. Taiwan is a country that pulled itself out of an autocratic system and created a democracy from ground up, a vibrant, brilliant democracy. I have the utmost admiration for these people. We owe the greatest duty of defense of Taiwan. If Taiwan goes, we can forget about the Pacific, but we can also forget about ever engaging with a free China.
So clearly your experience hasn't made you very positive towards communist China, but do you see any hope for the future at this point?
It's a dark picture overall, I think. Communist China has developed immense wealth, immense military power, which it is using aggressively just about all over the world. It's a dark picture. We have a system where we've allowed our elites to be bribed. Our elites are basically captured by Chinese. We're being told time and again that, you know, China's a great country to invest in, a great partner, huge future for America economically. But all of that's a mirage, actually. Very few people benefit from business with China. Very few people make money in China. Some of the great corporations do, and they buy out the Chinese, and the Chinese buy out them. But no, the main hope I have is that the U.S. government will finally yield to the demands of the American people to hold the Chinese communists accountable for the plague that they have caused and that they let loose on the world deliberately. If the United States is able to take them on, if the United States says to its citizens, you can sue Communist China. Indeed, we could still sue the Communist Party. It doesn't enjoy sovereign immunity. If the United States were to take an aggressive action toward China, especially on this COVID, to use COVID as a point of departure, to point out the criminality of this regime and seek redress for what they've done, there's some hope there, but I don't see it actually happening. We have polls that say that 2/3 of the American people think that China should be held accountable, but why aren't they being held accountable? One has to ask why. And the only thing that occurs to me is that so many of our elite have chosen to be captured by China, to sing the Chinese communist song, to just the siren song of wealth, come and get rich.
And you clearly being someone who would fit into the category of the elites in China, right?
certainly I was part of this elite, and I enjoyed all the benefits of it up to a certain point. But now that we know what so many truths have come about China, I mean, just the fact that they've loosed this plague on the world, how can you avoid the fact that China has to be confronted? So, is there any hope for this situation? It's a dark picture overall. China is immensely powerful and immensely wealthy now, and all thanks to our elite helping them get there. And there is some hope, though. I think that a huge percentage of the American people want to take China on about this COVID disaster. I think that the only thing that's blocking it are the elites who have been captured by China.